button in the time period, that is one session. That much time period, some data maintained, that is only session tracking mechanism. Okay. Actually, if any protocol supports, okay, any protocol supports session tracking, then this is not required. But HTTP protocol, it is stateless protocol. It doesn't maintain the state. That is the reason required. Now, note on. Session tracking already you written that heading. No, just we require session tracking. We require session tracking mechanism. We require session tracking mechanism in application development because HTTP protocol is a stateless protocol. And it doesn't maintain state. We require session tracking mechanism in application development because HTTP protocol is a stateless protocol and it doesn't maintain state. We require session tracking mechanism in application development because HTTP protocol is a stateless protocol and it doesn't maintain state information. It doesn't maintain state. That is the reason this is required. See, it is server, it is client. From client to one request passed. Then response comes. Again, it will send one more request. It doesn't know it is same request, same system request or other system request. It doesn't know. This client state information not maintained by protocol. That is the reason we have to implement session tracking. If that is only supports and no need to implement by us. So HTTP protocol is stateless protocol. It doesn't maintain state. So from this client system, you will send the request. Again, whenever you send the request, is it same system request or new system request? It doesn't know. Whenever request comes, for that response it will provide. That's it. Again, request comes, whatever you ask, that will provide. But it doesn't maintain the state. That is the reason we need to implement session tracking mechanism. If session tracking mechanism is not there, every page you have to enter username, password. Now, if you want to use Gmail box continuously 10 times, 20 times you may open. You will click spam also, trash also, and again inbox also. You may browse. Inbox will click, again spam will click, again inbox will click, spam. Is it asking again and again username, password? No, because of session tracking. If that mechanism is not there, every page you have to enter username, password. Every page you need to enter username, password, every page. When you click the hyperlink, username, password. When you click the button, username, password. Like that required. Because of this mechanism, you are typing only one time. Okay. And also you observe shopping items. Suppose here server, here clients. You will select one item, item stored. One more person will send, one more cart, item stored. One more item, it is stored. Later You will enter one more item, but there are three shopping carts are there. How it will understand who is client, who is selected? Very first time you will enter username, password. With that username, password, it is stored. With this username, password, it is stored. With this username, password, it is stored. Next time, are you typing username, password? No. But you are sending only item. But item is going to be stored in this cart only. In this cart only. Because ID comes, no? Yesterday I explained 101, 102, 103. Like that ID comes. Then it will understand. This item selected by AAA user, it has to add year only. It knows. Because of session tracking, it is possible. If session tracking mechanism is not there, you will send item, it is stored in server. Another person will send item, it is stored in server. Later, when second item if you send, where it is going to store? There are so many shopping carts will be there. Shopping cart nothing but memory. That is also memory. We are calling cart. Cart also memory only. Okay. In online shopping, cart nothing but memory. Now, in that cart, it is going to be stored. How server will recognize? This is selected by AAA user or BBB user or CCC user with session tracking. Okay. So we require session tracking mechanism in application development because HTTP protocol is stateless protocol and it doesn't maintain state information. It is not going to maintain. That is the reason we require. With our Java programming, we are maintaining. If protocol nothing but it is a predefined software. You are typing in address bar just HTTP. You are typing. This is not one word. It is one software. HTTP also one software. FTP also one software. These are softwares. Predefined softwares for networking applications. So if these softwares only, if it is provide that service, then this mechanism is not required. But that type of mechanism protocols also are there. But problem is, what will be happen is if that type of problems, synchronous, asynchronous, some concepts will be there further we'll see. Here, you will send the request until you get a response. You cannot send one more request. You have to wait for response. That type of problems comes. That is the reason it is not maintaining state. So you will send the request. Now no need to wait. One more request also you can send. Before getting this response, only one more request you can send. Suppose example, you and your friends both are chatting. You will send one request. Your friend is not responding. Will you wait? One more request you can send, no? That is possible. If it is that mechanism is not there, until you friend, if you will get a response, you cannot send one more request. That type of problems comes. You will send request, your friend is not responding. One more request also you can send. No need to wait. No need to wait. That type of mechanisms are there. That type of problems comes otherwise. If it is state maintained. That's what with our session tracking mechanism we can maintain. With our Java programming we can maintain. Okay. Next, write it. Session tracking methods. Session tracking methods. Session tracking methods. Okay. Session tracking methods. First one, cookies. Second one, URL rewriting. Third one, HTTP sessions. Fourth one, hidden form fields. Session tracking methods. First one, cookies. Second one, URL rewriting. Third one, HTTP sessions. Fourth one, hidden form fields. See, session tracking methods, cookies, URL rewriting, HTTP sessions, hidden form fields. 4 session tracking methods are there. Now, one by one, First, cookies I'll explain. Next, URL rating I'll explain. Then I'll compare cookies and URL rating. Later, third one I'll explain. Then I'll compare cookies, URL rating and a hidden HTTP session. Like that, one by one I'll explain. I'll compare all. Then you'll understand in which situation, which session tracking mechanism required. If it is one only popular, why remaining all? Okay. That is based on our requirement, introduced one by one. First only this one came. Later this one, these two came. Later these all added one by one. So one by one introduced, and here what is the problem with this one? Then you will understand. While comparing, you will understand. After completion of 3 session tracking mechanisms, you will get a complete clarity. This actually doesn't require. It is a HTML code, that is hidden form field, nothing but in HTML input type equal to text you are writing, no, like that input type equal to hidden. That is hidden form field. It doesn't require Java code, only HTML. Nowadays, this mechanism, this session tracking method removed from latest servlet specification. They are saying only three session tracking methods. Now, latest servlet specification, this is not included. Hidden form field method removed. Okay. Now, after completion of these 3 only, you'll get a clarity. Now, after learning 3-4 programs, in this one program you'll learn, in this one more program, here 2 programs, 3 programs you'll learn. Then you'll understand, 4 programs you'll learn. Then you'll understand in which situation cookies, in which situation URL rating, in which situation HTTP session. Okay. Now, first one, cookies. A cookie is a piece of information stored at server side, stored at client side to maintain client state information. A cookie is a piece of information stored at client side to maintain client state information. A cookie is a piece of information stored at client side to maintain client state information. A cookie is a piece of information stored at client side to maintain client state information. Say, cookie nothing but it's some memory, a piece of information, but where it is stored, client side, to maintain client state. See, actually, this is client, this is server. Client to server, you'll send request. When second request comes, it is old system, old client requests or new client requests. It has to recognize. It has to recognize. That purpose only the session tracking method. Otherwise, what will happen? Every time username, password you have to enter. Very first time you will enter username, password. Next time you are not entering, but it can recognize. How? Some data maintained, no? That data we can store in client computer also, server computer also, with URL also, with the hidden form field also. 4 different ways. That's what 4 session tracking methods. Now, here actually whatever I explained yesterday, that is 3rd session tracking method actually. It is stored in server. Your username, password stored in server, no? That is server. Client side means cookie. With URL means URL rating. In a HTML form field means hidden form field. That means you are maintaining some data until you log out. That mechanism is called session tracking. But where you are maintaining, in a client computer you are maintaining means cookies. With URL you are maintaining means URL rating. In a server you are maintaining means sessions. In a hidden form field, you are storing means HTML page, HTML program variables, like that. So in all the place, all are session tracking method, same concept. Storage different. You can store in client computer. You can store in server computer. You can store with URL. You can store in HTML fields. 4 different. But if you store in client, advantages are there, disadvantages are there. If you store in server also, advantage, disadvantage. Based on that, we have to select. Sometimes client side better, sometimes server side better, sometimes with URL better, sometimes hidden form field better. Situation. After completion of all, you will understand situations. Okay. Now first, a cookie. Cookie nothing but it is a piece of information where it is stored client side to maintain client state information. See, online shopping application. Items are client state. Mail application. Username, password is called client state. Online examination. Examination ID is called client state. Bank application. Customer ID is a state information. Insurance company application. Policy number is a client state. Like that, different application, different information will be there. But writing Java program is same. In a year, piece of information. That information can be anything about client. About client. Okay. Thousands of clients will access server at a time. But thousands of people information we have to maintain. That maintaining only until you log out, you have to maintain. Once if it is logged out, it should vanish. Because session login to log out. That much time only you have to maintain. That is session tracking. Okay. Now, for understanding this one, this is only one definition I given. Remaining later, compare while teaching URL reading. After completion of URL reading, this note I'll compare at a time. Present one program we'll see first. If you see the program, you'll get a more clarity. Okay. Now, suppose for example, online shopping example. Okay. Now, for example, one category of items. Example, Java books. Okay. Java books. In Amazon website, Java books also available. No? Like that. Java books. Java books. Here, one checkbox. Java to complete reference. Java complete reference. One Java book. One more Java book. Head first Java. Okay. One more Java book. SCJP by Kathy Sira. Now these are Java books. Okay. You'll select what are the books you want. After that, you'll click on submit button. Submit. Okay. You may click reset to release. Reset. This is an HTML page. Something books.html. Books.html. Okay. Suppose you selected Java to complete reference. You selected SCJP by Kathy Sira. 2 books you selected. Now, books.html, I am showing list of Java books. Like that, n number of items. But writing Java program same, no? Now, n number of categories. Writing Java program same. Now, books.html, Java books, we are showing many books and you are going to select suppose 2 books. When you click on submit button, one Solid program executed. Okay. These all in server. Now you will click on submit button. First of all, your browser. It is web client. It is web client. It is web server. Okay. In a browser, you'll send the request. You'll type URL. Then your request passed. This page, it comes. It is HTML program. Is it common to all users or specific to user? This program is static or dynamic? Where it resides? Where it runs? When I send request for this, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. This total program come to browser, executes, then output displayed. So this program is running in client only, not in server. It is HTML. Server doesn't know HTML. Who knows HTML? Browser. This program runs in browser. We'll send the request. We'll send the request. Okay. Then response comes. Then response comes. Okay. Now we'll send the request. This program comes, executed, output displayed. After that, you selected. When you click, what will be happen here? Whatever you selected, those two received. When you click on submit button, when you click on submit button, whatever you selected, those all received here. Now, what are the books you selected? Those all received. 2 books selected, received. This is solid program. Suppose this is set cookie.java server program, solid program. Set cookie.java, that's solid program name. Okay. Now received. Here from browser window, you send request to HTML program. This total HTML program comes to browser. Browser executes, then output displayed. In that, you selected 2 books. You clicked on submit button. Then whatever you selected, again it is passed to server. This program received this data. It is going to be stored in browser because we are using cookies. This data, it is passed to browser. This program data, it will comes to browser. Here it is stored because we selected session tracking mechanism cookies. Cookie will maintain in browser. Okay. Now these items are stored in your system. See what is happening from my system. I send request to server. Server will send on home HTML. That HTML program executed here. Output displayed. I selected 2 books. Again, my request passed to server. But what server is doing? It is storing in my computer only again. Say client is in Hyderabad, server in US. I am sending request to server. Server will store items in my system only. That's what you observe. Your items, your shopping cart items in your mobile only stored. Your mobile, not server side. Why? I'll explain. That is cookie mechanism only. With the servers, what is the problem? I'll explain. Here 4 different mechanisms. Your items, you can store in client computer, one mechanism, one session tracking method. One more session tracking method, server side we can store. One more session tracking method we can add to URL. One more session tracking method you can add to HTML field, HTML program. 4 different programs possible. In 4, cookie program, shopping item, shopping example, cookies only. But why cookies? I'll explain. Okay. Now there we can select server side also, URL also, HTML also. But maximum shopping items stored in your system only. Why? I'll explain. After completion of programs, you'll understand. Now these books are stored in client computer. After that, one message. Your books your books are added to cart. One message. Your books are added to cart. Your items are added to cart. After getting message, just on hyperlink. Next hyperlink. When I click next hyperlink, one more category of items. Sub mobiles. You'll select one more mobile. That again added to cart. Again your mobile added to cart message. Again you will click next hyperlink. Computers. Some other items. So many items. Shopping items will be there. One more category like that. Otherwise, category list you first write. Category if you click one HTML. One more category if you click one more HTML. HTML if you select servlet. This type of HTML programs n number of. This type of solid n number of. At last you'll open payment page. No, all items comes. Now here directly payment page type. You can write some other categories, but writing program is same. Here, when you click next hyperlink, one more solid executed. When you click next hyperlink, this solid program executed. What this solid program will do, whatever you selected, this all retrieved. So here, selected books. Selected books. It is get cookie.java. Get cookie.java. These items are retrieved. And displayed here. What are the books you selected? Those are books displayed. Now what you can do while displaying that book cost price, it should communicate with database. That book price should display because that price may be updated. Now today 200 will be there, next day 300 will be there, maybe. So then that is should retrieve from database. And again you can add quantity. So quantity, that is calculation, business logic. Two books, suppose you selected two books you want complete reference. 2 into that price multiplication. Total, grand total. At last grand total, all those things you can display here. And like a payment gateway, that is not possible with advanced Java. Okay, only displaying cart possible. That will display. If you want to add same like a real-time payment gateway, all those things, web services concept also required. Okay, those all you'll study after advanced Java. Service program, those all. Now service programs all so many are there. Whatever you learning, these all core Java language, advanced Java, this type of specification application development. In Java EE, service programs are there, enterprise programs are there. So many topics are there, Java EE also. JTA, JMS, JAS, Java Mail, JOXP, DOM, SAX, XSLT. These all Java advanced, after advanced Java. So many topics are there. Java is very vast. Okay. So like years also you can learn. It is not going to end. See, selected books. Here books are displayed. Okay. Here books are displayed. With this, we'll stop. That's it. Like payment gateway, not possible. Now here, what we are doing? Adding to client system. Retrieving from client system. That is session tracking mechanism. Write this program. Write this diagram. HTTP request, HTTP response. So one HTML program, two solid programs. Is it over? This is HTML program. When you click submit button, what are the books you selected? It has to receive. How to receive these books? First you have to receive from HTML. How to receive? Which method you have to call? Get parameter. Get parameter method in which interface? Servlet request. Servlet request, but you can use with HTTP servlet request. After receiving, we have to store in client system. Now, this data we are going to store in client. It is server to client. Server to client is client request or response. This is method available in response. Server to client. It is response. Again, retrieving from client system. Request. So for adding to client system, method available in response. Retrieving from client system, method available in request. Okay. How to create cookie, how to add to cookie client, how to retrieve from client, I'll show you. Is it over? Now cookie class is there. Cookie class. Cookie class is there. Say cookie class constructor. This is constructor. Name of the cookie, value of the cookie. Note. It is used to set the time interval in seconds. It is to get it is name of the cookie, it is value of the cookie. So cookie constructor which takes two parameters, name and value pair. Cookie variable name, cookie variable value. Set max age. It is used to set the time interval in seconds. Seconds format it will take. Here name the cookie, here value of the cookie. Online students listen the class and write the notes. Say with this constructor we can create cookie. While creating name of the cookie, value of the cookie or pass. Set max age. Actually by default cookies are vanished whenever. If you want to set time interval, you can set that much time period it will stay in your memory. Like suppose 2 days if you want. Here 2 days if you want. 2 into 24 into 60 into 60. Like that you are right. No need to calculate also. What you can do here directly you can pass multiplication also. No, it will calculate. Okay. But further any time related concept is there. Parameter long is there, milliseconds. Parameter int is there, seconds. Anywhere. Core Java onwards up to Spring Boot also. Anywhere time related concept parameter is there. Long is there, milliseconds. Integer is there, seconds. Suppose in multi-threading, sleep method. Sleep method takes time, no? What is there? Long is there, milliseconds. There compulsory milliseconds you have to calculate. Here seconds. Okay. Now it is easy to get the name of the cookie. It is if you want to it is used to get the value. Say set max age to set the time interval for cookie variable. Get max age, how much time interval is there you can find out. Name of the cookie, value of the cookie you can retrieve. If you want to change the value, use this. Already some data is there. You want to modify in that situation. Is it over? It's not. By default, cookies are vanished whenever browser window is closed. By default, cookies are vanished whenever browser window is closed. It is possible to set the time interval by using set max age method of jakarta.solid.hdp.cookie class. It is possible to set the time interval by using set max age method of jakarta.solid.hdp.cookie class. These are vanished whenever browser window is closed. It is possible to set the time interval by using set max age method of cookie class. Okay. Say when you click browser close button, then vanished. If you want to set the time interval, you can set that much time it will stay in the memory. That means it is stored in permanently in the hard disk. If you write set max age method, 2 days also you can set. 2 days it will remain. It will be stored in the memory. 1 month also possible. Okay, 1 month also it is stored, maintained. See, you example, you observe your mobile, your shopping cart, whatever you had after 1 month also you see it is there till. It is not removed from cart. Okay, like that. If you add to cart, always message comes, no? Already in the cart, you didn't pay, like that, it lost, no? You pay, now itself offers all those things, message also comes. If you do like that, it appears, no? Like if it is message are, if it is item in cart, many times message comes. And here, these all internet technology, so many things are there. Okay. And even if you suppose, for example, open Amazon website, you search for Java book. After 1 hour, open Flipkart, that Java book appears in Flipkart also. Immediately. You open YouTube, that advertisement also comes. Whatever you browsed. Okay. Like whatever you are searching also, that information it will take. Later, it will provide to all search engines that advertisement displayed. Once if you browse for one item, 1 week in internet, other applications also open continuously, that advertisement only comes. Until you buy item or 1 week, it is repeated. Okay, that will be happen. That type of programming also is there. That is called web scraping. Web scraping applications. That is also on course. Web scraping also on course. Okay. Like already know, HTML program runs in browser window, no? So in a browser, suppose just I'll type google.com. Okay. Say google.com. I typed Google home page came. Right click, view page source. Here. Complete Java code appears, HTML code appears, no? Now, here, this is called scrap. From this, what you searched, it will take. That information again and again repeatedly provides. Okay. So, you will log in with your username, password. Then that will show again and again recommended like that it shows. So, suppose if you search here Java books, then here Java books purpose you search that information it will provide with your mail ID, Now it is laptop, but I didn't log in also. But in your mobile, already Gmail login will be there, no? Your mobile number, Gmail, these all already in use. With that, it will understand what purpose you are searching, what you want. That recommendations it shows. That in that total history, it is going to be stored in server. Whatever you did in your mobile, everything is going to be stored in server, no? With that only recommendations comes automatically. Okay. That is search engines also will take. Here, right click, view page source. What you searched, that information will be here. From this, they'll take. Your mail ID will be there. Mobile number will be there. With that, they'll provide recommendations. What you are searching, that information they'll provide. Okay. From this, whatever you searched, that information they'll retrieve. That is only web scraping application. See, it is possible to set that, see, by default cookies are vanished whenever browser window is closed. Once if we click close button, it is closed. Uh, Cookies are vanished. And if you set time interval, it is stored permanently in the hard disk. Now, even storing into client system, server to client. So request. HTTP servlet, that is server to client response, servlet response. There is a method. Here add cookie method is there. You can add the cookie. Right, this one. It is used to add a cookie to a client system. So class object you have to pass name and value pair, like a two-dimensional collection type. Is it over? So HTTP servlet response reference dot add cookie object you have to pass. It is used to add a cookie to a client system. Is it completed? Now retrieving from client system. That is request. Method. Right, this one. All cookies. That's what array, return type array. It is used to retrieve all cookies from client system. It is used to retrieve all cookies from client system. So return type is cookie array. Get cookies method, if you call, all cookies comes. Every item, one cookie. Every book, one cookie. Every item, one cookie. Okay. All cookie array retrieved. After get value methods, you'll get it. Okay. This is in HTTP servlet request. HTTP servlet request, get cookies method, if you call, cookie array. Can we iterate this one with enhanced for loop? Possible, no? It is more convenient. Now, because again here name and value you have to retrieve. Cookie objects, get name, get value methods are there, no? With that we can retrieve. Now that program will see. After program, remaining theory. Remaining theory after program will see. See, forwarding, including, redirecting, theory later I given. Because first you'll get clarity with that theory, you'll understand. File, new, dynamic web project. Suppose cookie. Suppose yellow, text, blue, whatever you want, you can write. Now Java books, that diagram I given, no? According to that. Okay, these Java books, these three HTML form fields. See, level 1 heading, underline text, Java books. Okay, level 1 heading, underline book, Java books. See, background color yellow given, text color blue given, and level 1 heading given, underline text. Now these are form fields. Form tag, open, close. Now here, is this data confidential? No. Then we can use get. By default, get. No need to write. When I click on submit button here, which solid should execute? This solid URL pattern we have to write. Which attribute? Action equal to set. Set, I'm writing set. That means set cookie solid URL pattern. Now, three checkboxes. Input type equal to checkbox. Here, name of the checkbox. Suppose book 1. Value of the checkbox. See, you studied login page, username, password, okay, submit button, reset button, you studied. Suppose this box name, I given uname pivot, uname pivot. Now, here we are typing some data. Now, what these two labels? What these two request parameter names? What these two request parameter values? That is clear, no? But here checkbox you are not going to type, you are going to select. That's what names also we have tried in the program, values also we have tried in the program, because you are selecting only, you are not typing. Here you are typing the value, but you are not typing the value. That is the reason name value attribute also you are tried. Okay. Now here Java 2 complete reference. Like this written. Here I didn't give space, you observe. If you want to give a space, compulsory double quotes required. Here, compulsory double quotes required. And if it give like, if you write like this also valid. But space is there, compulsory double quotes. Space is not there, double quotes not compulsory. Space is not there, without double quotes also works. Without double quote, without single quote also works. Now, it will not display in the browser. It is request parameter value. It is request parameter name. After that, browser. Browser purpose, one more I'll write. Java 2 complete reference. This is label. This is displayed to user. But this is for Savlet purpose. Savlet purpose. This is request parameter name. This is request parameter value. This is label. Okay. After this, next line, break. Input type equal to checkbox, name, book 2, value, head first Java. Here head first Java. Input type equal to text, checkbox. Name equal to book 3. Value equal to SCJP by Kathy Sira. For core Java, this is the best book. Input type equal to submit. Input type equal to reset. This is HTML program. Now, up to here, if I run on server, save. Books.html. Okay. Like this, you can select whatever you want. You can click submit. Then solve it. So here, why it is displaying like this? Get type request. Okay. Here, set URL pattern. Now all request parameter values all displayed, you observe. I selected 2 books. That's what 2 displayed. Okay. Now this is HTML program. Last line, one more break I'll give. Now, this is HTML program. Write this program. Write this program. So just write this HTML. Solid programs we'll see on Monday. A solid program we'll see on Monday. Okay, Monday we'll continue.